Hello everyone and welcome to this video where we basically just move to Golden Hills Valley, make my home stable ready for spooky season, and probably do some closet organizing if we have the time. So we're basically just gonna talk and do some fun fall stuff. Oh, and also check out this one new kind of area place in Silverglade. Let's go ahead, get started. Alright, so if you guys don't know, I do this pretty much every year around fall time. Obviously, since the Western camp has ended, I am doing it now. Moving to Golden Hills Valley pretty much till I think after Thanksgiving, and then I move back to Villedale. That's how I've done it in previous years. Because it's just nicer to look at the fall foliage when it actually is fall. Even though technically it's not actually fall yet, but once September 1st comes around, well, for me, spooky season starts like once 4th of July is over. But that's just my personal preference. But we are moving to Golden Hills Valley, which I do pretty much every autumn season. So, a lot of you guys are new, so allow me to reintroduce myself a little bit. My name's Ivy Rainpaw. I'm an adult player. I've been playing since 2012, but I have played the original Starshine games and like the seasonal rider games. So I have pretty much known Jorvik for a pretty good chunk of my life. Being 30, and those games came out when I was in middle school, so it was like 10, 12, around that age. So it's pretty much been with me my whole life. Jorvik's always been such a staple and such a wonderful thing. And now I do YouTube videos and get paid for it. So that's the fun, cool little thing I get to do. So let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh, I am engaged to my boyfriend of 7 years now. Yeah, it's 7. Oh God. 7 years. I'm getting old. Don't get old, guys. Just don't. Trust me on it. Just don't get old. But yeah, I think. No, actually, yeah. Let me just say this. Some people do call me Siren. That is a nickname I have for myself. I am not chasing that light spear right now. But that is a nickname that's morely used like with close friends. So if you see someone calling me that, it's probably because I've known them a long time and they have known me. So just heads up, if you see anyone calling me Siren, you can call me Ivy. That's normally what I go by. So one of the things I will actually talk about is I actually did move servers as of recently. For years, I have been on the Nightstar USA server. I have been on that server pretty much since the start of Star Stable. That was the server I came onto when my account was made in 2012, which was November 16th, 2012, to be exact. I did a whole story on that, on why actually getting my account was delayed because we had Superstorm Sandy hit. So, no power for 2 weeks. That was fun. That was enjoyable. Rather not do that again. Would prefer to not live like it's the 1800s. Because pretty much that's what it was like when that happened. But, so the reason I moved servers. Nightstar has become way too crowded for me. And for those of you who don't know, I actually do go out with my fiance a couple nights a week and do pool tournaments. Well, it's not a tournament. It's like a pool league. And pool as in like billiards. So when I'm out, and normally, sometimes the places can get pretty crowded. So it's a little bit constraining to just go from a packed area to getting onto an even more packed server. So I kind of just finally said, you know what, I kind of have to just give myself the grace here and time to move servers. So now I am on the Snowflake Meadow server, which it's been very quiet. Everyone's been really friendly. Everyone's been great. So I am fully enjoying it. Do I miss Night Star? Of course. But I like the quiet. The quiet is very nice. I do appreciate the quiet. Quiet is good. So, I obviously asked you guys for like some topics to talk about, and one of the topics I had put up for discussion was just like things that will be it in real life, Star Stable, and one of you guys have asked, what is it here? How do I get videos done so fast? So YouTube right now is primarily my main, not my main source of income, but it's a stream of income for me. So I try to keep myself dedicated to it as much as I can possible. Plus, my fiance really supports me on doing this, so I'm pretty much going to be making videos either till I'm dead in the ground or Star Stable's dead in the ground. There is no other way around it. So, and then most of the videos that I do, aside from like the update videos and then like spoiler videos or like extra videos, are pretty much filmed early. This one's being filmed on Friday. So, and this video is coming out Tuesday, so this video has been filmed ahead of time. Most of my videos are filmed ahead of time, aside from, again, update videos and spoilers. Everything else is pretty much just filmed once I have the opportunity to do so, which are pretty much like Positive Mondays, Outfit of the Week, A Moment of Peace. All those videos are filmed about a month out. Sometimes a few weeks out. It really depends on my schedule and what I have time to do. But those videos are filmed pretty early. And then they get scheduled to upload, so then that way I really don't have to worry about posting them. It's a time saver for me, so thank you, YouTube, for having that option. Alright, so the new area should be around here somewhere. I think it's over by Donald, so I'm kind of speeding up this trail ride just a little bit. Yep, here it is. So we're obviously getting something over here. What? I don't know. Maybe we'll get like another crafting station. That would be cool. But I'm so curious to see what is going to go here. And I love the lupin flowers. That's really cool. So it should be interesting. Alright, so since we talked about that area, let's see. So that was one of the subjects someone asked me, is how I get videos done so fast. Most of them are just done in advance. The only ones that are really done live are update videos, unless I have to like be somewhere or go somewhere, then obviously those are delayed. But though pretty much only videos I record like in like live time are my Wednesday update videos and spoiler videos. But then even then, spoiler videos are pretty much filmed once I have a chance to do so. So another thing we are going to talk about, someone asked, are my current favorite horse breeds in game right now. So if you guys don't know me, I really love draft horses. I love Western horses, stocky type breeds, things of that sort. So right now is actually one of my favorite horses, the Andreas draft horse. And the Norika, I would say, are probably, and the Shire are probably like my top 3 favorite breeds in game right now. But if it's a draft horse, I'm going to love it regardless. And in terms of magic horses, Halloween magic horses are my absolute fave, and I just did a video about it on Friday, which you guys can go check out, which are some of the spoilers for those new magic horses. And I think this year for Halloween is going to be awesome, going back to more of like the spooky Halloween haunted kind of roots, which I am so excited for. But my current favorite magic horse, I would have to say, is Namira, which is basically a version of Galloper Thompson's horse. It's basically like a sister to Namira, to Morgana. But I enjoy that one a lot, which is why I'm hoping Star Stable eventually will add more like draft Halloween magic horse breeds, because I think they would fit in well. But obviously, if you saw the spoilers, we're not obviously getting a draft horse this year. But with the theme that's going on for this year's magic horses, I'm gonna let it slide. I am going to just let that slide for this year. But for next year's Star Stable, draft horse breeds for Halloween. But any future breeds that I would want pretty much would fall into the category of just like more draft breeds. I would love to see a Belgian. I think a lot of us would. I know we're getting a Black Forest horse, I think in November. Black Forest horse tends to be a draft breed. At least I think so. Pretty sure. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes in terms of breed. But I am very excited to see how that all turns out. But like I said, we definitely need more draft breeds than warm bloods. Sorry to say, but I'm not a big warm blood person. I've never been a big warm blood person, so that's just my personal preference. I prefer drafts. Alright, so another thing I was asked was, how do I go about buying star coins for myself? So to be completely honest, I only buy star coins when it is a double star coins deal, because you get extra. And normally I don't tend to spend it all in one sitting. I tend to budget it out. I like to have at least 20,000 to 30,000 in my account in case, God forbid, something happens with one of my cards or whatnot. But I like to have that much in my account, so that way if something does happen, I know I'll be covered in case like more horses come out or whatnot. That's my personal preference. But tips on saving. So I, for like the longest time, didn't actually train any of my horses. I just went through like all the horses and rode a different one each day. So that way I would save up on horses to train, because I was running very low on horses to train, and I don't like that. So I have like lots of options to train now. That's just one way. But I kind of like scaled a little bit back on buying horses. But I tend to only get about like anywhere from like 3 to 4 horses when it's a new breed. And part of the reason of this is because we have magic variations now that sometimes come into light with the game. We do eventually get more variations. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a horse collector. I like collecting horses, and that's always fun and good. But obviously the issue is, if you're going on a shopping spree, you're going to spend a lot of star coins. So I personally just really don't tempt myself. Unless it's like a holiday or my birthday, then I will like splurge and buy like 2-3 horses. That's not a problem. But I'm not like an overspender, and I really don't even spend star coins on clothes unless it's something that I really, really want. But I have a whole video on how I do that, and I probably should update that video on how like I gather light and use it to make like extra cash, so that way I don't have to buy star coins all the time, or even spend star coins on clothes. I mainly spend star coins for horses, and that's about it. On a rare occasion, I will spend star coins on clothes, like if I'm missing something for like an outfit video. But otherwise, I tend to just not even really bother with buying clothes with star coins unless it's something I want. However, I should mention sometimes Star Stable has done like deals where it's double star coins and like they give you like 2 outfit sets, which is like tack and clothes and whatnot. And I do tend to go for them once they come out, because then it's more money in your pocket and less you have to spend in game. So that's a tip there that I normally use. But yeah, using light from obviously light gathering in Valedale, which I can totally do a video on again, or I'll find the video and post it in the end credits. So I'll probably do that to show you guys. And we are almost at Golden Hill Valley Stables, which is great. But yeah, good days to buy, always when it's double. When it's double star coins, always buy. If you're going to buy anytime, double star coins is the way to do it. But in terms of just like having good days, that's really the only days I would buy, and I buy maybe like 4 to 5 times out of the year. I'm not a big spender, unless like there's a new breed or variations I like. October through like December is when I tend to spend the most in terms of star coins, because my birthday's in October. Obviously you got Halloween, so you got Halloween and potential Halloween variations. You got Thanksgiving, which I do tend to buy a horse or two for Thanksgiving as a little treat to myself. You got Christmas and the winter festival that goes on every year on Star Stable. So those tend to be like my biggest spending months. But mainly events are mostly like the big spenders. Otherwise, I'm not really buying unless it's like new horses, and I don't buy them all unless it's like a draft breed that I really, really love. Which might happen with the Black Forest horse. If they turn out like really drafty and really beautiful, then yeah, then I'll buy them all. Especially if I like their gaits and animations and whatnot. But it all depends. It really all just depends. But one thing is for sure, I never buy when it's not. I never buy when there isn't a star like double star coins deal. I never tend to do that. The only time I did that was for the one time way back where we had like the blue silver fox. That was like the only time I ever did that, just to get the box. And that's like an exclusive, very hard to get pet. Because I don't think they have that pet for sale anymore. But that's obviously when I got that pet. And that was the only time I didn't buy double star coins. That was the only time that I can recall from previous memory. Otherwise, everything's been a double star coins deal, because you automatically get double your worth of star coins for the price you pay. So, I mean, that's just obvious. Alright, so let's see next on our subject list. TVs and other hobbies that I am into. So, in terms of like TVs and hobbies, sometimes I play like 9-ball or 8-ball with my fiance, but not really. I don't join a league or anything, because the people can be a little bit toxic, and by a little bit, a lot. And plus, when you involve alcohol, and it's not good. It's not an environment I want to spend all my time in. let's put it to you this way. So sometimes I will play with him just for funsies. That's something we both do together that we both like. Let's see, other hobbies that I have. I like to read. Reading, I am big on like animation. I used to actually be heavily involved in animation in high school. I was part of the animation team for my high school, learned game design. Wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't. But that's a whole different story for a whole nother time. So we are here at Golden Hills Valley. So let's go ahead and make this home stable ours. I love that you don't have to pay anymore. Alright, so we are here. Alright, so I am going to stop talking about my hobbies for a second so that way we can go ahead and make my home stable new again. Well, more gothic. Alright, so let's see. I'm just kind of just looking at my options, so don't mind me. Alright, we're going to go with Brickhaven. We're going to do the black grills. We're going to do Lagoon. Because tar with the black is just odd. So I'm going to do Lagoon. Stall trims are Nightstone. Alright, so let's see. Grills, apply. Lagoon, apply. And Nightstone, apply. Alright, stall floor. I am changing up the bedding because I've been wanting these wood shavings forever, so go purchase that. Alright, so now we have wood shavings for the stall. Alright, so let's see here. So in terms of gates, I'm just playing around, so don't mind me. Alright, so it's Brickhaven. I'm just like I said, I'm just playing around and seeing what I can do. No. I think we're gonna go with this one theme I tried. The onyx mounting, and then this. Alright. Yeah, that looks better. Alright. No question, we are adding a pumpkin. Apply. Beams are going to be tar. Apply. Alright. Gable is going to be black. Windows are going to be black. Oh, there we go. Fix that. And then the ceiling is going to be ash. Oh, no, it's called ghost. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. Alright, so the walls are going to be purple. Although the brown does look, the umber does look nice, but we're going to go with violet. The entrance is going to have the ghost entrance. Trims. Going to be black. Alright, so the floor is slate. We'll apply that. We're going to go with the medieval sable lights. And the shower room is going to be midnight. Alright. Take a look. And we are ready for Halloween, you guys. Just like that. Everything looks good. I like how everything looks. So we are going to keep it this way. At least till Thanksgiving. At least till Thanksgiving. But everything looks good. I love the metal gate. That looks awesome. It's not a complete match. No, wait. Yes, it is. Okay. It's the grills that are on the stalls. But I like it. I like it. I think it looks good. Okay, so to be honest with you guys, I don't know how much of this I am going to get through without getting very tired. But you're gonna do some home stable organizing. I don't know. Do I want to do tack first? Or do I want to do clothes? I think we're gonna go ahead and do clothes first. So I just want to gather everything that's not like a full bar. Or at least make note. It's like not even like a full bar or a full row of like different outfits. So don't mind me, I'm just going through stuff here. So in terms of like different hobbies, like Star Stable is the main hobby that ended up being a job, which I was never ever expecting, but that's all thanks to you guys and all the support and love you give me. So thank you to all of you, because without you guys, there would be no channel. And I wouldn't be doing this, which was never in my plans, but nothing really ever goes how you plan it in life, as I have learned. But that's okay. That's alright. That's just life and how life goes. So I am just gathering up all these shirts here. So, any TV series I'm into. As of right now, there's not like a lot of new things I'm into, but right now, Wednesday on Netflix. Oh yes, I'm very much into it. When I was in high school, we had a program, like a really extensive like art program. And in that art program, you had to pick like basically an artist to follow. It didn't have to be anyone like exact, but it basically had to be someone that you wanted not to necessarily to aspire to, but more so like someone like I guess who inspired you. And mine was Tim Burton. So he's done a wonderful job with the Wednesday series. Absolutely love it. And I am just putting all these things here right now. So I love watching that. I have not, like, I think I'm on episode 4 right now. I still have a lot more to watch, but I'm trying to, like, savor it. I'm not trying to, like, breeze through it like everyone else does. But I enjoy that series a lot. But anything Tim Burton makes is going to be fantastic regardless. That's just my personal opinion. As someone who's watched his work for years, he's definitely an inspiration to me. And I follow him a lot in terms of like his work. But that's one person, one of like the TV shows I follow. I really tend not to like be too heavily invested into new stuff, just because it doesn't have like the same nostalgia that that stuff had like in the 90s, and 2000, like early 2000s. So I really don't tend to be into a lot of new things. One of the things I do watch with my fiance a lot is Ghost Adventures. We watch Ghost Adventures. We're into the Overnight channel. If you guys have ever seen them, we watch them a lot. That tends to be our show. But not like there's a lot that I'm necessarily into. Trying to get back into reading because I kind of dropped that off. I dropped a lot of things off when I was like heavily involved in the equine industry, and now I'm not as heavily involved, but that's a whole nother story for another time. In terms of just stories to talk about, because I'm definitely not going to have the time to talk about that at all. I'm just trying to get my closet situated here. But I mean, like in terms of like new things. There's nothing like anything like current that I'm into, but I'm a big Halloween girly, big fall girly, especially because my birthday is October 13th. So that should just say enough as is. Like I said, very big into Halloween, big into all of that. So that's always enjoyable. Okay, so I think we're gonna move everything down here a little bit. But some of you might be wondering, like, as an old player, do I miss the old SSO? And the answer is, I kind of do, but not really. Like, it wasn't supposed to last. And really, the truth is, with gaming, is everything is supposed to eventually change. So I knew, like, once Star Stable started out, if it got bigger, and obviously it did, there would be changes happening. So I know it's uncomfortable, but I mean, I expected it, and I'm so happy, like, the direction they're taking it personally, because I would have never imagined where Star Stable is today. So, I mean, it doesn't bother me. It tends to upset other people, but I'm not bothered by it one bit. I like where Star Stable is heading. I tend to support it, like I said, until either I am dead in the ground or Star Stable's dead in the ground. So I'm on this train for the long hauls. And like I said, one of the things people gotta understand, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm not gonna be overly critical of everything. Like I said, I'm just here for the fun. And I think that's what games are supposed to be. We're here for the fun. We're not supposed to make so much drama. I'm not big into drama. But everyone has opinions. So it's kind of just like, I'm not bothered by any of it. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. Well, long time in terms of making these videos, but long time as in, like, just having fun and being committed to Star Stable and just having fun with it. Because I think we all kind of forget, like, Star Stable's game and we're supposed to enjoy it. And people tend to go crazy when something isn't exactly how they planned. Which, I mean, to tell you the truth, and this might ruffle some feathers, Star Stable's not, like, fully based off real life. I mean, they're not. It's basically a fantasy game that has magical elements. So when I see people who get, like, mad about breeds, and don't get me wrong, I understand the anger, especially if it's a breed you're attached to or worked with in real life. I get it, but Star Stable just isn't going to find every realistic expectation. And one of the things most of you don't understand, is that horses are very hard to animate, extremely hard to animate, and I wouldn't want to animate horses ever again. Even if someone suggested it to me, I would not. I wouldn't. I would not be animating horses, because I have done it, and it is terrible, and I would not. It's very complicated. It's very hard to do, and you have to sit and think. There's not many horse movies out there. There's not that many horse TV shows out there that are, like, animated per se, because horses aren't that easy to animate. They're not. I don't know who's ever told you that they were, but I can tell you from personal experience, horses are not easy to animate. They are one of the most difficult things to animate. So, especially speaking from personal experience, I wouldn't. I would not. Okay, so I ran out of things to talk about. So, we're pretty much going to end this video here. I know you guys were probably hoping I would continue doing more home staples, home closet organizing, but I am way too tired for that, and I have 2 other videos to finish after I finish this one. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stop here. Thank you guys for your questions you submitted. Hopefully I answered them to satisfy you guys. And my home stable is now moved to Golden Hills Valley, and we are ready for Halloween and spooky season and all that fun stuff. So that is pretty much it from me, you guys. So as always, remember to keep positive, happy trails, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Bye!